That is actually the Bharat Hat, which is Human Resource Development. So KG to PG and skill development is also underneath. So what you'll see in Andhra is outcome-based education, and I'm leading this from the front. So when Mr. Naidu was thinking about portfolios, he said, who can handle education? He said, okay, there's a Stanford MBA, we have a good Bakra, now let's give it to him. It's his job now to transform the entire education. Because I truly believe in India, while we have numbers, we don't have the quality. So in the department, I had this tussle and they said, no, we have quality, we have done great stuff. Then I said, 4 years undergrad, we are not able to find a job. But 4 months of subsequent training, they're able to find a job. And there's fundamentally wrong, something wrong with education. And two, I believe that government education is a very, very important role to play in society. A lot of, government does play a very important role. It could be in school education, it could be in higher education. So we are very passionate about it. I'm personally very passionate about it. So we are now focused on not output, but outcome-based education system. And what I'll offer to all of you here is also our state universities. Andhra University is in Visakhapatnam, is one of our oldest universities in India. And what you will see is that in the next 5 years, we're going to upgrade, we're going to be very research-centric. I was talking to a few of the colleagues here, why should we promote India to American companies or European companies? Why can't we create such companies in India? And I think that's what excites us. And it's our time this time around. But for that, we need strong, high-quality education. We need the entire, the startup ecosystem. I think we need to do a lot more. It can't just be about 1-2 cities. I think India's far.
His vision evolve, and just the opportunity that he is projected ahead of us, right, for the country as well. I think one thing that's really interesting, we had a chance to talk a little bit last week, is Lokesh is one of the young leaders in India, right? And I think it's that sort of we have a generational change going on, if you think about it, and India needs that kind of energy and vision. And it's something that he was talking about, just walking through every district in the state of Andhra Pradesh, which is just mind-boggling to think about, just the length of the state. And this kind of shows the breed of new leaders that are coming up. So I think what you're going to hear from him today is not just obviously,
The mandate is quite clear. It's not just about welfare. It's about creating jobs. It's about creating a vibrant ecosystem. I think for a youngster like me, it reinforced the need for educated people to actually enter politics. It was a very clear mandate with which they did. So all of you in Hyderabad, Bangalore, they were all beneficiaries of Y2K. I believe Andhra and India can now be the beneficiaries of the entire AI revolution. So as an IT electronics minister, my mandate, but if you look at it, this is Naidu's 4th term as CM. And as a chief minister, he still behaves like it's his first term. 88 out of the 164 people who won on the alliance are first-time MLAs. 17 out of the 25 cabinet ministers in Mr. Naidu's cabinet are first-time cabinet ministers. So that's the kind of energy and push with which we are here. If you look at it, out of the 175 seats, we won 164. That's a 92% strike rate. That's the second highest. Using WhatsApp as a platform on speed and ease of living. And basic government delivery, how can we make it better? And I was talking to a lot of the thought leaders here on how can we implement AI in governance and slowly remove the human element, which tends to create rent-seeking, inefficiencies in the system. How can we sort of transform the entire sector? I think it's a journey. It's not a in every term of his. When he discussed this entire revolution with the Honorable Prime Minister, Modi ji, he said, "Sir, do it in Andhra and you will take it to the nation." So I think everyone is looking at what we're going to do. Everyone is looking at what Andhra will do. And I think we will have a great model that we can now take it to the nation. Andhra Pradesh, all of you know, is now the new state post the bifurcation. It lends itself to unique opportunities. Crisis is an opportunity, and it lends itself to that opportunity to be manufacturing, mobility, to be renewable energy, to be the entire electronics manufacturing, which is China plus one strategy the world is adopting. Could be even things like aqua, defense, petrochem, bioenergy, the big thrust area. So as a state, because unlike other states which have capital in the center of their universe, because of historical reasons and geographic reasons, everything is centered. In our case, we are like, let's decentralize, go to every district and transform each and every district. Saying that, we're doing some very interesting projects. One is the skill census, where we want to assess, understand the skills of our citizens, look at micro interventions, how can we improve their skill set and based on outcomes, and then create next generation workforce, entrepreneurs, thought leaders coming out of the state. Parallelly, I'm doing a project which is, I call it the family scorecard. The idea is how can I analyze the family from a 360 degree and actually do micro interventions, pull them out of the cycle of poverty. So we call this the 4P. All of you have heard about the 3Ps, right? Private-public partnership. So we are adding people to it. See, all of us are beneficiaries of good education, great exposure, a little bit of luck. All of you don't know how and what's the right model. So using the entire family scorecard as the model, where again, the era of AI, we can understand how to improve their income levels, how can we pull them out of the cycle of poverty. And that's what makes it very interesting. So we're doing some very interesting stuff in Andhra Pradesh. And needless to say, this time around, we are very focused on actually grounding things, getting things going. It's just been 4 months since we came into power, and if you've been following the news, a lot of exciting announcements have already come. More will follow. So we've actually broken our governance down not on years. It's 100 days chunks. First 100 days, second 100 days, third 100 days. What are our priorities as ministries? How are we going to go about it? So whatever I spoke to you about is my India Hub. I'm going to this. Just creating data centers. Look at the entire AI bit. So I keep telling the honorable ministers across states, even national, that India should at least get 100 out of the 300 there. We are the largest consumers of data. And we will continue to be. The sheer size of a population will drive us there. And it's clear that the next 25 years, 2.5 decades, is India's 2.5 decades. The demographics are all in our favor. And as politicians, as entrepreneurs, if we don't do it right, then we're going to have huge challenges arising out of our nation. As a government, all of you know Mr. Naidu's way of doing things. And now what we are working on is how can AI drive governance.